It's what I tried on the demonstration, and it kind of worked, but I think maybe I used the wrong like positive image. So I'll try to explain. I was trying to
You're talking about
process.
in the practicum now.
Yeah. So maybe you can help me figure out what I did wrong.
Mhm.
I was trying to process this memory I have of like watching a horror movie when I was 16 that was extremely disturbing. At the time, I was pretty naive. I had never seen anything like that before, and it gave me nightmares for like 6 months. It was like one of the Saw movies. And it so I used my daughter, my younger daughter, as the thing I was focusing on. And that worked to a point, but I realized like the disturbing part got the part that was like horror and disgust at like the physical images in the movie got a lot better. And I was like, oh, that's pretend. But then I started realizing that what was coming up for me was this sense of like, the world is such a terrible place at times, and I want to protect my kid from that. And it was bringing up a lot of sadness.
You're
And
getting overlap between what was a PEF and what's disturbing.
exactly. Yeah. So then I was realizing that this movie was disturbing to me, not just because of the actual movie, that part got a lot better, but because it seemed like global. Like I was like, oh wow, this movie exists. So that's proof that the world is terrible.
Well, I think you're overthinking this. What you want to do is just let go of any thoughts at this moment,
Mhm.
and then bring up the memory of the movie and how disturbing is it for you on a gut level right now?
Like a 4, which is better than it was.
Uh-huh. And what makes it as much as a 4?
It's just so awful. Just
Good. Okay. Well,
so
that's what I
disgusting
want to
and
hear.
awful.
It's awful. So, I want to introduce a manufactured PEF, so it's not your daughter. I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to do some tongue twisters with you.
Okay.
You have a favorite tongue twister?
Um, the first one that comes to mind is one my dad used to say when I was a kid. It went, Peter Piper picked a peck of
That's the
pickled
one.
peppers. Is that the one you're thinking of?
Where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? So go ahead and do it again. Tap first of all.
Okay. Peter
Peter Piper
Piper
picked a pepper.
picked. You want me to say it or?
Yeah. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Go ahead.
Say it again.
Yeah,
Peter Piper picked
Where's
a
the
peck
peck
of
of
pickled
pickled peppers
peppers.
Peter Piper picked?
Where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
Good.
Good. Flash.
Now faster.
Yeah, try it fast now. Peter Piper picked a
Peter,
peck of pickled peppers.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Good.
Where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
Slash. So, she sells seashells by the seashore.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
She
Good.
sells seashells by the seashore.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Flash. Good. Do it again. She sells
She
seashells by the
sells
seashore.
seashells by the seashore.
Flash. Good.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Chuck wood.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Good.
As much wood as a woodchuck could if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Good. Flash. So now I'd like you to pause, take a break, and check in with the memory of that scene.
Without getting
see
into
if
the
you notice-
details.
What's that?
Without getting into the details.
Without getting into the details, see if you notice any change.
Yeah, I do. It seems like more far away and like silly.
Mm-hmm. So 0 to 10?
More like a 2.
2. Okay. So now I'd like you to count backward from 100 by sevens.
Oh no. Okay. 193, 86.
Slash. Good.
By the way, if you get it wrong, it's okay. That's not the
That's right.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go off the assumption my last number was right, so I might be wrong.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm just trying to let
You're
you
at
know.
86, and that was correct.
Okay. 79, 72, 65.
Slash.
You're good at this.
Okay, 65.
58, 53,
Not
46,
50, 58.
yeah, not 53, 51,
Good. Slash. 51.
44,
44.
37,
Slash.
30.
Good. So take a break and check in again without thinking of any details. See if you notice any further change.
Yeah, it seems like further away now, even more.
Mm-hmm. 0 to 10.
Like a 1.
Okay. And do you have something in particular you're thinking of when you say it's a 1?
Yeah, like a particular scene in that movie where like a person falls into a pit of
That's
needles.
okay. Don't give the details.
Oh, sorry.
Particular scene. That's fine. So we are at 30, I believe.
23,
Mm-hmm.
16,
Ah. Good.
9, and then there's 2 left over.
That's right. And we're going to stick those on the top of the 100. So now we're at 102.
No, 102, 95,
Good.
88,
Flash.
81.
Uh-huh. You're good at this.
I'm surprised you got upset, but you said this because you're a champ. You're the queen of subtraction.
74,
Good.
67,
Yes.
60,
Flash. Good.
53.
Good thing I didn't tell you that Phil's original career was a mathematician.
Oh no.
That's true.
After we do this, I'm going to ask you to do quadratic equations.
I might still remember it, but it's been a long time.
Well, at least you're not going to ask her to do partial differential equations.
No,
I was
no,
just
no.
giving up. I didn't remember that.
You're ridiculous.
Let's see. Was I 53?
Yeah, we went from 60 to 53 to
46 to 39 to 32.
Flash.
Whoa,
You're on a roll.
you go, girl. Flash.
32.
25. 18.
Flash.
11 and 7. No, let's see.
Not quite.
11.
4.
Yes. Flash.
Okay.
So check in again, see if you notice any further change.
Kind of just doesn't matter now.
Mm-hmm. Good. Does that mean 0?
Yeah.
Great. Well, it's kind of interesting that you sort of came along with this particular target, because in my experience, scenes from movies are always straightforward targets.
I thought that too. That's why I picked it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But this is a good one because it really had a lot of juice for you, and and kind of defeated your first try at it, which probably means that it infiltrated that the PEF got infiltrated, and so it also gave us a chance to show when you have a patient who can't find a PEF because they're so upset or something like that, you can do the subtraction thing. You can do Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
There's a dozen things you can do.
And we're gonna, in the advance, we'll show some more things, but you get the general idea. Use your creativity to do something, because the issue is it doesn't have to be, although, you know, we really try to make it fun. It doesn't really have to be fun. It just has to really distract you 100% from the those movies, which I was always careful never go see.
Whenever I suggest counting backwards and someone goes, "Oh, I can't do that," I think, well, this is a perfect thing for you to do, because it's going to totally distract you. But you fooled us.
Yeah,
You're good at it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's so great, because my first thought about this was that, oh, I should have picked a target or like a PEF that was like a more of a parent figure for me, or like a resource person, rather than a child that I needed to protect, and that maybe would have worked better. But I love that this accessed like silliness and humor as well as like logic. That's
Yeah.
really great idea.
Right.
It just has to be engaging.
Right. And I'm glad you brought that up, because, you know, a PEF is not really a resource. It may have some resourcing aspects, but it doesn't need to be a resource. It can be, and it even could be, you know, your dog that shits in the floor and tears up your couch, and you know that you're thinking about getting rid of, and you know, it can be
positive.
It doesn't actually even have to be positive. I mean, usually it's more fun to use something positive, but the main thing is that it just distracts you. And you know, in a certain way, there's nothing particularly positive about these two things, but they're fun, and that's positive in that way. But that's great. And thank you so much for volunteering.
Really.
Yeah, thank you.